Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's FailRace episode on GTA 5 with still guns trying to run away from police, as you do. Street Furniture has another idea, getting a truck to do a wheelie, bounce across. A minivan is carried on the top of a Rhapsody and then deposited on its side. A rather curious turn of events, however the truck is still just about okay. Turns out police actually were effective. Minorly effective. They parked their van behind the truck while busy trying to shoot. The truck didn't realise there was a big old solid post gets caught between that and a police van. Surprisingly effective police work. It's not very often you get that, but there we go. MustaNgBugatti up next on GTA 5, racing the mighty MustaNgBugatti. Turns in a little bit too much, clips a wall, goes for quite an impressive backflip, and then promptly gets stuck. Yes, because apparently MustaNgBugatti versus a wall, and it is the wall that wins here. No amount of wiggling the wheels is apparently going to shift that car, so you're stuck with having to do a reset, and that's not ideal. That's definitely not ideal. And Poisoned SXE on Horizon 4 is winning some wellies, the all-important wellies from a Forza wheel spin. Minding their own business, going through the menus as you do. As they come out of the menus, apparently a tram decides the Skyline should be doing 400 plus miles an hour backwards into a shop. Now, if you'd done that in Beam, that'd be an impressive wreck. As it is, it just kind of lost a wing, but there we go. Rubile on Mafia 3, managing to soar over the buildings, managing to ping off the roof of a car. It's a bouncy car. There are bouncy car roofs in Mafia. Surprisingly, the little vehicle is absolutely fine out the other side of all of that one. That's some serious height in that crash. It's JPH on Dirt Rally 2, having a serious number of rolls for the poor Vauxhall, I think it was a Vauxhall Adam or whatever it was, just got a little twitchy coming up towards a fast corner, ran wide, and, well, in true rally fashion, once things go a little bit wrong, it goes quite spectacular for the car. He ends up taking a kind of jump wrong, clips the banking, and it's just over and over. I think about 10 rolls in total for this car. It does land on its wheels and can still just about carry on. That's certainly an impressive one. Not the cleanest roll we've seen from Dirt Rally games. Nistinger on Grid 2 gets taken out by a muscle car and repays the favour as the Sylvia rolls back across the bank. So yeah, it's kind of like an initial, sort of slight initial touch from the Charger. It turns the Nissan up the banking, but as it rolls across, they get connected in a weird way, sort of roof of the Dodge and the underside of the Nissan get connected. Either way, they kind of get away and carry on racing. Super Gazelle on Wreckfest gets incredibly lucky trying to go through a gap. Spinning car up ahead comes down the circuit, manages to fire his vehicle through the gap. It rolls over, sure, but it lands and can carry on much better than just about anything else involved in that particular accident. Yeah, it's one of those that you'll make a choice and is only the very final second you know if you made the right choice or not, and that gap was closing quickly. Incredibly lucky to have got away with that one as well as they did. Jonatron on Street Legal Racing RedLine has just completed a race. Is heading back to the start line, I presume probably to have another go at the drag race, try and earn some money. Initially thought it was okay to drive down there, and then sudden pop-in traffic cars lead to a pretend Mustang in a bad way. There's a lot of the front of the car not happy. It's upside down and certainly missing a bonnet. So, yeah, look out for suddenly pop-in traffic. Diamonds on Kartcraft is, I think, leading a race here when things get a little bit wrong. Yes, curbs can be nasty to go-karts. That much is for sure. If you get it wrong in this case, it will lead it to a roll, a double backflip, a snapped neck, and a parked. You got to watch out for those nasty curbs. Although, while, yes, an uncomfortable landing for that one, there is a worse thing. Gordon Fan here on Ultimate Blister, racing around with a Formula 1 car and some go-karts, manages to absolutely annihilate a go-kart. The thing is, said go-kart's not giving up. Yes, while upside down, it manages to get to, the game gets a bit glitchy with this, 320 kilometers an hour before smacking into a wall and everything disintegrates. So, yeah, don't flip over go-karts. A wise man on Just Cause 3 learning don't flip over enemy vehicles. Yeah, that's, I mean, we've seen explosions launch vehicles. They're not normally explosions like there's a real explosion on a vehicle, or right next to that one. It was past the explosion. It just catapulted the armoured car off into the water. Yeah, sometimes physics doesn't apply. Shadowara on Just Cause 3 is landing from a bit of wingsuiting, heading towards a new location. Wasn't looking where they were going. Yeah, sometimes there are trains on the train lines. Funnily, you should probably have checked before stepping out, because that's a big splat. It's definitely not survivable. And finally, a blupper on Just Cause 4 with quite possibly the most impressive helicopter stunt I have ever seen on any game, to be honest. So, we're doing one of the helicopter stunt missions, flying quite low, doesn't quite pay attention to the lamppost, tangles with the lamppost, and over we go with the helicopter. Now, you're expecting a very, very large crash and explosion at any point in this one. Nope, it's landed. It's fine. Not quite sure how that works. In slow-mo, I mean, it is some vicious rolls it does initially. I can almost understand it just about working for some of those initial rolls because it's happening so fast, but even when it starts slowing down, the helicopter is hovering perfectly safely above the ground while wildly flailing around over, and then it's another lovely perfect landing. I wouldn't have wanted to be on that helicopter. There is a much puke, I would imagine, has gone on from the pilot of that one. But damn, that's that's one of the most impressive sequence of rolls, and certainly at that altitude as well, to have got away with it. But there we go. That is going to be it for this episode. As ever, if you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, you can via our forums. There'll be a link in the description. At the very top of the page is the FailRace clip submission section, and there you can find all of the rules and how to submit them. However, that's going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.